What's good, y'all? We back. Hey, I want to talk about Jermell Charlo and PBC and the architect behind PBC, the Wizard of Oz, Al Heyman. It's very disappointing. I feel like PBC, Al Heyman, PBC, and the whole WBC is sabotaging boxing, and they're tainting boxing. Now, this man Jermell Charlo, he knew Bud Crawford was calling him out even before the fight was official between him and Errol. He said on interviews that once he fights Errol and beats him, if Jermell is still at junior middleweight, he's coming for him and his titles. The whole world knows that Bud Crawford's goal was to become not one, not two, but a 3-time undisputed champion. He was already undisputed at 140. He just became undisputed at 147. And we already knew in the past, whether you're a Bud fan or an Errol fan, everybody knows that Bud's goal, if and when he was to beat Errol, was to move up the next weight class, which is 154, to challenge Jermell Charlo for his undisputed titles. Excuse me. But this is the crazy thing. Tim Tszyu made so many sacrifices to try to put himself in position to challenge Jermell for his titles. Tim Tszyu defeats and stops Tony Harrison, and he ends up defeating and stopping another guy. I forget who the other person was, but he had two back-to-back wins, waiting on Jermell Charlo to man up and put his undisputed titles on the line against Tim Tszyu. But this hand injury situation, supposedly, I don't even believe it, really. I don't believe it was a real hand injury. It sounded like a duck. Just like Errol Spence, the second time around. All of a sudden, mysteriously, he gets in another car accident, the night of Bud's fight against Avanesian. And then all of a sudden, Errol needs all this time. He has to buy more time. We already knew something was suspect because he was extra chunky and heavy, so he was not training at all. People lied. They tried to say he was training and preparing. That's a lie. Y'all keep protecting this dude. Stop protecting him. I don't know why the machine is backing this man up so much, but we've been seeing it. But he had to buy more time, get all this extra weight off of him. And then he finally prepares, and he's finally ready to fight Bud. Even though before that, like after the supposed accident, he was going to end up fighting Thurman at 154. And the whole world knew that was some straight BS. We knew that was some disgraceful stuff. Errol Spence would not have been accepted, and society would have trashed him, or at least the boxing fans would have trashed him if that fight would have went through. But he finally mustered up some courage to fight Bud Crawford, and he got destroyed. People making up all these excuses and coming up with conspiracy theories because they just hate the fact that they were wrong. But then Jermell Charlo, he does the same thing in a way. It's like he avoids Tim Tszyu, so all of a sudden this mysterious accident happens. No, excuse me. His hand injury, the supposed hand injury while he's training. He injures his hand, and then he got to be out some months. So he had Tim Tszyu waiting all this time. So Tim Tszyu fought 2 people waiting on him. And then when he's back healthy, he don't even acknowledge Tim Tszyu. He just said, he just inks a deal, supposedly, to go ahead and fight Canelo Alvarez, who's 2 to 3 weight classes higher than him. Not Jermell Charlo. Why Jermell Charlo is not fighting him is beyond me. But now all of a sudden it's Jermell, little Charlo, the smaller twin, and they're both with PBC. Canelo signed to PBC maybe about a couple of months prior to that, prior to them announcing that he was going to fight one of the Charlo brothers, which we originally thought it was Jermell, but now it's Jermell, which is very suspect. That Jermell fights at 154, Canelo fights at what, 168? What? Anyway, this is the Wizard of Oz, Al Heyman, and PBC. They doing their stuff. They doing the typical stuff they do. It don't make no sense, but for some reason, because they got the protection, they get a pass to do it. So Jermell is now stripped of his titles. He's the undisputed. He was undisputed. But because now he's going to go up and move up to fight Canelo, and we know the WBC, they okay with it because they was going to be okay with Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman out of their weight class. So there's got to be WBC behind this crap. WBC, PBC, and Al Heyman. They're all behind this garbage. The most disgraceful stuff I've ever seen in boxing. But Jermell Charlo ducks Tim Tszyu, and he ducks Bud Crawford to go up and fight Canelo. So if he was to lose, he could at least say, well, shit, man, I lost to Canelo, man. I got a big payday anyway, so whatever you're talking about, I don't give a shit. Well, but I guess you're scared to be embarrassed and lose to someone that's either the same size as you or smaller, that's coming up from a lower weight class up to you to beat your ass. So Jermell Charlo avoids Tim Tszyu, relinquishes his titles, forfeits all of his titles just to fight Canelo. Jermell Charlo better be one and done then. Going up to extra weight, a weight class you've never been in, just to fight Canelo. It's all about this big payday thing, huh? You're not making history. Nobody want to make history no more. You just want to just get you a payday. Okay, yes, he did make history, already become undisputed. But come on, bro. You going to fight Canelo? Now, I got to double check and make sure if he's going to fight Canelo for his titles, his undisputed titles. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually a catch weight and they're just fighting because it's a payday. But I feel like Jermell Charlo, the WBC and the PBC, they purposely did this to take away from Bud Crawford making more and more history. They did this on purpose to stop Bud Crawford from becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. In order to sabotage that, they had to make Jermell move up a couple of weight classes just to fight Canelo, so they can strip him of his belts and have all those belts distributed all over the place. So Bud Crawford has to now figure out what he gonna do. Y'all some fucking haters, man. Fuck PBC, bro.